everyone. We are back after quite a little break. My name is Jason.
This is Alex.
And we are Good Morning Games. So after the long holiday break, a little sabbatical, we're back. We're going to talk about maybe a little bit of a recap of last year and then what we have going forward this year in gaming in general. How was the last month for you? How's the break been?
Oh, it's been great. I played a lot of games. I dabbled in some Cruise and Blast on the Switch. Picked it up when it was on sale for $20, and it was the best $20 I ever spent on a game. It's really fun. Picked up something. What else did I buy? Oh, I bought Cyber Shadow, which I haven't played yet, but that was on the eShop sale. And played a lot of Halo multiplayer during the break. Beat the campaign a while ago. I just got I also just got Hitman 3 because it's on sale for like $20.
Nice.
And I have to go pick it up at Best Buy, curbside pickup. So
nice.
Oh yeah, good stuff. Got a nice little backlog working right now. What about you?
Yeah, I've beaten. Okay, let's see. I think the last thing we did was, I think I was playing Death's Door on our last episode, and I got my list here of games, and so first off, I didn't have work for 2 weeks, so I was pretty much just playing games, but I've beaten 6 games since our last episode. Some of them are short here. I did Inside, which I have always played a little bit of, but I never played it all the way through, and it was on sale for like $1.99, so I got it. And then I played, I may have talked about this a little bit, I'm not sure. I played Salt and Sanctuary, which is like a 2D version of Dark Souls, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
That's like exactly what it is. I played Paper Mario on the N64 app. Yep. It was great. It was as good as I remember it. I'm glad that was up there, and I got the chance to play it again.
Nice.
I beat Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which I had beat the first one. And then I recently, just in the past week, beat South Park: The Stick of Truth, which
that game's so good.
Yeah. So I think when it came out, I don't think I ever finished it. I think I was pretty far because I remember some stuff towards the end, but I remember quitting it. And then I had beaten the second one, The Fractured Butthole.
Right. Nice.
So, but I had kind of wanted to go back to this, and I've been on a South Park kick lately, so I picked that up, and I just beat that. And then, I beat that a couple days ago, and I just yesterday morning, I don't know if it was yesterday morning or the day before, I decided I wanted to play Super Mario Odyssey again, because I'd really only played it one time, and then after I beat it, I was just kind of every once in a while I go back and search for moons.
Yeah.
But I was like, I want to I'd never actually started it all over and did it again. And I just beat it, and I just beat it today. So it was pretty quick.
How many moons did you get?
I mean, I'm at the minimum that you need to have beaten it,
okay.
Whatever it took to get to the next area each time. And I just beat Bowser today.
That's great.
While I was in a work day, I was playing it. And,
Love that work from home.
Yeah, so I just finished that, but I'm not gonna put it down. Sometimes when it's games especially a game I'm playing over again, I'll usually put it down once I get the credits roll. But I gotta at least get to that darker side of the moon.
For sure, man. I didn't even get every moon first time playing through that. I still haven't. I think I'm around 500.
That's a lot. I mean, I think that's probably even more than I got the first time. But yeah, because the first time I think I played it, and I got to because there's you beat it, and then you get the Peach's Castle area unlocked.
Spoilers.
And then you got to get you got to get more to get to the dark side of the moon, and then there's the darker side of the moon. And I think once I beat that, I had quit last time, so I'm at least going to try to get there again. Anyways, that was a long recap of what I've done in the last month.
Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. You did made some good headway on some games, had some new stuff, had some classics like Stick of Truth and Mario Odyssey. Oh, that's great. And Paper Mario.
Yeah. Great month.
What a lineup. Yeah, good month. I feel like I played something else, but I don't. Oh, I got Riders Republic, but I haven't. I like turned it on and played like the intro tutorial thing. Um,
Oh,
but that's it.
and we
I
both
haven't.
played Halo Infinite. We haven't did we
Yes, yeah, I played a lot of Halo
yeah.
Infinite multiplayer. And I got. I think I've said this before, but I got to Diamond 1 ranking in multiplayer. And lasted maybe 5 or 6 matches
Rough.
and then dropped back
That's
to
all right.
platinum, but got my ass kicked right out of diamond real quick.
And you beat
And
the
I've just
campaign
been
too, right?
Oh yeah, beat the campaign,
Yeah.
so good. Really really loved Halo Infinite campaign. Am really excited to see what they do with the sequel or downloadable content or whatever they do, because there's definitely signs of that
Yeah.
being like rushed out even though it was a year
Yeah.
delayed. So, I mean, whatever they decide to do next, I'll be looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
I haven't finished the campaign. I'm like I topped off of it, but I know I'm really close to the end, so I'm gonna finish it. I was on, I can't remember what mission.
Wait, you
No,
didn't
the
finish
campaign?
it?
No. I'm on like
Oh, wow.
I'm on like I'm right towards the end because I looked it up on like because I had kind of like hopped off and started playing something else, and I was like, I'm gonna go back, and then I looked at where I was, and I think I have like one main mission left, so I just need to. I probably have like an
Yeah.
hour left, but I'm gonna jump
Yeah.
back and finish that.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
fun.
the
Man.
the grappling hook is like the best thing that's ever happened to Halo.
Oh yeah. Yeah, change the game. And I'm using the Elite Series 2 controller, and that has really really just made me want to play nothing but
Nice.
Xbox because it feels
Nice.
so good. But yeah, Halo's good. Played a lot of the multiplayer. I feel like is there something else I'm forgetting? Um, Switch. What did I play on Switch? Cruisin' Blast. Um, I don't know. If I think of it, I feel like there's something I'm missing that I played, and I can't think of it right
Nice.
now. But um, yeah, there was a lot of good stuff that came out in 21. My favorites were definitely Halo Infinite, Metroid Dread, Forza Horizon 5, and Resident Evil 8's probably up there, even though it was terrifying. And um, I actually really liked the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. I haven't beaten it yet. I like kind of stopped 3/4 of the way through, but it was my most liked Pokemon game in a long time. Had me kind of looking forward to Legends Arceus, even though I know they're completely different games. Like, got me back in that Pokemon mode. And maybe that's a good place to. Well, what were your favorite games from
Yeah.
last year?
Yeah. I mean, my favorite game was Metroid Dread. I'd say.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, that's just the one that I see myself. Kind of one of those games where like once every year or every 2 years I go back and play it, and that's my idea of an amazing game. If like every year I get the itch to play it again. So yeah, that was my favorite game of the year for sure.
yeah, that was probably the best game ever made. Oh, the other thing I played was my brother-in-law got this crazy steering wheel for PS5. He's a big F1 nerd, and he got this. It's like a $400 like force feedback steering wheel, and we played F1 on PlayStation
Oh,
with the
nice.
steering wheel, and it was nuts. Like, I don't think I'd ever get the wheel just because I don't play enough racing games, but it was really cool to try out. Like, when you're turning the wheel, you can feel it like working against you and like pressing the pedals and stuff.
Nice.
It was really cool. So messed around with that quite a bit, but yeah, lot of good stuff last year. We're not going to spend much time on that, but because I feel like we've talked about 2021 games for a long time. So, but 2022 looks pretty freaking
Yeah.
packed as well. I mean, just looking quickly, like in January, we're getting Pokemon Legends Arceus. I'm excited for that. And there's a bunch of other stuff coming out too that I don't care about, but like Rainbow Six Extraction, which could be cool for some people who like that. And then so like Pokemon January, Elden Ring February, what was the Tunic and Gran Turismo 7 and Triangle Strategy are all in March. That's just stuff that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm
What
looking
about
at
you?
this too. Yeah, probably all those ones you said. I think I'm gonna check out the that indie the Ollie Ollie World comes out in February.
Oh yeah,
Um, that looked
yeah,
cool,
definitely
like a
that.
skateboarding adventure game. Yeah, I'm really pumped for Elden Ring. Yeah, we can kind of talk a little bit about Pokemon Legends Arceus. I'm nervous about this one. There's not really a good reason for it, and I would love to be proven wrong.
You getting down on it?
Yeah, I just like I don't know. I just like the more I don't know. I'm just not. I guess I'm just not as excited as I would have thought I would have been for, you know, such a change from the series. So I mean, it could definitely blow me away, and I'd be very happy. I just
Sure.
I don't know. I don't really have a good reason why. I think maybe just because it kind of looks every trailer I've seen, it looks a little bit unpolished, and
Yeah,
I
a
don't
little
really
bit.
and like I don't. It's not necessarily that the graphics are going to bug me. It's just that makes me think the game itself is going to be unpolished.
Yeah, it's a
You
good
know,
point.
so I'm just like worried that it's going to be. I don't know. I just feel like could it be? Is it going to feel really empty? Is it gonna? But who knows? I could be wrong, and that would be awesome. So I'm still looking forward to that. Yeah, I'm really pumped for Elden Ring. Um, I'm really pumped for Triangle Strategy, even though I hate the name more than anything. Um, yeah, I played that demo all the way through and really liked it. Yeah, so and yeah, that looks like at least for the first quarter, that's probably the biggest releases.
Yeah. Going back to Legends Arceus, I agree. Like it does look kind of unpolished, and we already saw like all the comparisons. Like
Yeah,
they purposely tried to make it look like Breath of the Wild in the initial trailer and reveal. Like they knew what they were doing there, and then like several months later, they like kind of walked that back, and they were like, "Well, not exactly open world. It's more like open zone." And like even that, I'm just like, "Well, that sounds like Pokemon." Like like it's obviously not going to give everybody everything they want from the game. Which I mean, whatever. It does look a little unpolished. It's like a lot of people are surprised that it's coming out in January, but I'm not surprised that it's still coming out. I'm just kind of like um I don't know, kind of like you said, like kind of skeptical about it. I am excited to see how it is, like how it scores and how what people
yeah, me
think of
too.
it.
Me too.
But I guess I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm just excited for like a new take on Pokemon and
Yeah,
hoping that this has a little bit more of a challenge to it than most of the previous titles.
yeah, yeah, and I don't like. It doesn't make a difference to me whether it's like open world or open zone. Like I don't care. I don't care if there's like a loading screen between. You know,
Yeah.
it depends what they mean by that. Because so this could be completely wrong because I haven't played a ton of Monster Hunter, but everyone keeps like comparing it to that. And so I think what that is more so, you know, they're going to say, go out and get this Pokemon. And when you leave your home area, there's just going to be like certain places you choose from, you
Yeah.
know, like a list, and you'll go there and you can't, and you're in that one. Then you have to go back to your home base to go to another one, which like it'd at least be nice if like they were connected. And I'm thinking maybe they're not. Like maybe you can't even walk from one place to another, even if with a loading screen. I think you have to go back home every time, and that's kind of a bummer if that's how it is. I'm
Yeah.
totally speculating, but I think that's how Monster Hunter is, and so I'm thinking that's maybe how that is.
Yeah, that could be. I've heard the Monster Hunter comparison a few times now. That definitely could be how it is. But I mean, it's a new Pokemon game, and it's
Yeah,
coming out it's coming out January 28th, and it looks like a big, I don't know, a big change, a big new Pokemon game. With so
yeah,
weird, it is weird that it's coming out in late January, but that's the date that they've always had for it, and I don't think Pokemon games have ever been delayed ever. They're just
yeah.
like, nope, get it out.
And you know, even if when we do see like the ratings, as long as they're even like okay, I'm gonna get it because I want to definitely support them doing something different and doing something
Yeah,
like this. Um, so as long as it's not like getting, you know,
like a
fours and
four. Yeah,
fives, yeah. I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna support it because I want them to do more
Gonna
stuff
play it
with
straight
this.
through.
Yeah,
Other stuff in January, like God of War PC port, Monster Hunter Rise PC port. Like I said, Rainbow Six Extraction, um, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collections for PS5. That could be cool. I haven't played any Uncharted games, so that might be a good one to pick up.
yeah. I have only played the first one. I bought the whole like collection for the when I got a PS5. I was like, oh, I gotta buy this collection, which is like I think it's just the first three, but I've only played the first one. I liked it a lot, but I mean, it's exactly what you think. It's literally you're playing like an Indiana Jones movie.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah. Um,
Um,
so for
and
oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say another thing that we didn't touch on only because it hasn't been officially announced is the Advance Wars reboot camp.
Oh
It
yeah.
it showed up in the if I'm correct, it showed up in the eShop for like April 8th or something like that.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
in
like early April.
Yeah, and I think the date went away. I could be wrong. It might still be there, but they haven't officially announced it yet. So that's exciting too.
Yeah, yeah, I can't wait for that one. That I mean, Nintendo's gonna have. Let's see, they got Pokemon.
Yeah, it still says I'm on the eShop right now. It still says April 8th.
That's great. I hope that stays.
Yeah.
That's weird that it's on the eShop and they haven't
Yeah.
they haven't officially like tweeted it or anything.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, we got Pokemon end of January, Triangle Strategy March 4th. So those are like a month apart, like 5 weeks apart. So those are two good titles for Switch. Rune Factory 5 is mid March. Have you played a Rune Factory game?
No, I have not.
I feel like you would like the. I haven't played it, but just watching videos of them, I feel like those are J games for sure.
Yeah, it seems like it's like a farming game with more of
Like
with
JRPG elements or something. That's
yeah,
what I thought.
there's more battling to it. Like you know how like in like Stardew Valley when you go into the caves or whatever.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
there's a lot of that because I think there's like monsters like across the land, but it is a farming game at the heart of it.
Oh, cool. Um, so yeah, we got Triangle Strategy, and then April we'll have the Advance Wars reboot camp, and then Kirby will also be in the
Oh
spring,
yeah.
and then it'll get to like Splatoon 3, and Nintendo's just like gonna have a real nice cadence of releases this year, so that's great.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, if we're just talking Nintendo, let's see. Yeah, from what you said, already, I mean, I know I'm getting ahead of ourselves, but just talking Nintendo, outside of what you just mentioned, they've already announced Bayonetta 3 is for sure 2022.
Mm-hmm.
They've announced, let's see here. Yeah, Kirby you mentioned, Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope,
Yep.
is 2022. Um, there's a big Monster Hunter Rise DLC for those interested in that.
Bear and Breakfast, which
Yeah, a
which I think is
classic.
just Switch and PC. But we've been talking about that game for like a year now, and
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll be out 2022. Well, I'm pretty sure it'll be out 2022.
yeah, and then obviously, the Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild sequel is announced for 2022. And the longer that we go, the more I'm starting to think it will be in 2022.
Yeah, I mean they said 22, so that's what I'm assuming. I
Yeah,
know they said like we're targeting 22, but that's just like until I hear otherwise, I'm just gonna think it's coming out this year. I'm
yeah,
not
and
gonna get
I
pessimistic and be like, "Oh, it's delayed. It's next year. It's next year."
Yeah, and another, I mean, what's kind of made me feel better about it is they've still been like promoting it as that because I know that
Yeah.
there was ads during the Game Awards that said like 2022 is going to be a great year, and it had like a quick ad of all the games that is coming to Switch, and that was in there. And then they've put up some graphics where they do those graphics where it's like coming, in these months, and it has a list of all the Switch games, and like it still says 2022 for the sequel to Breath of the Wild. So the fact that they're still promoting it as
Right.
2022 6 months later makes me think, if they knew internally it's probably going to be delayed, I think they would stop pushing it so
Yeah.
much for 2022.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Ooh, another one I forgot to mention is Metal Slug Tactics. Looks awesome.
Oh yeah,
That's
that did look
that's
really
coming.
good.
It's coming to Switch. And other indies, Shredder's Revenge for Teenage Mutant Ninja
Yeah,
Turtles.
I'm definitely looking forward to that one. I'm ready to play that one now. Actually, if they could if they could pop that one out, I would start that up tonight and play for several hours. It looks so fun.
Yeah. And then just in general, we have the Delicious Last Course DLC.
Yes, that was another one I was going to bring up. That's one of my most anticipated. I think my top anticipated games. Obviously, one is Breath of the Wild 2 for 2022. Breath of the Wild 2. Oh fuck! No, I just lost what I was thinking. Starfield, Cuphead, Delicious Last Course. Uh, those three. Gran Turismo 7. I'm pretty excited for just because I haven't had a PlayStation since PS2. So now that I have like the fancy new PS5, I am excited to get a Gran Turismo game for it and jump into one of those. And I think Elden Ring is probably my fifth most anticipated game for this year just because it looks crazy. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming out this year already.
Yeah.
Your dog barking.
Yeah, I don't know what you're barking at. Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's going to be a packed year, and like like you said, like there's a lot of these things that I'm pretty excited about. I'm really excited for Elden Ring. I mean, that's exactly what like I've ever since I first played Dark Souls, which really wasn't that long ago. I think me and you kind of started played that first one around the same time we picked it up. I mean, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago or something was the first time I played a Dark Souls, and I've went through like all those games. I love them, and so to put that in like an open world, that seems awesome. I'm excited to I played Advance Wars when it came out, but I was younger. I don't remember. I probably didn't beat them. I definitely wasn't like super into them as much as a lot of people were. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, I think Delicious Last Course, the amount of time they've worked on that, I feel like it's gonna be like another game.
It's gonna be
like,
so good.
I just feel like they're I was surprised. Like I kind of thought before it was officially announced at the Game Awards, that was when it was, right?
Yeah.
The date. I was thinking they were just gonna say like it's not DLC anymore, it's a new game. Because I mean the original Cuphead's not that long.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that this is gonna be a big amount of DLC.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like it was supposed to come out in 2019 and now it's 2022. So it's a 3-year delay for a DLC.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy. So I think it's going to be probably the size of the first game just again. Is kind of what I think. Like they probably could have easily made it a sequel, but I think they really liked the idea of DLC Island and Delicious Last Course being, downloadable content. I think they just really wanted to stick with that. But it's going to be a really sizable update for that game, and I cannot wait to play it.
Yeah.
Did you get the Elden Ring? Did you get an invite to play it during the beta? Yeah, okay.
No.
So neither of us have played that yet. Originally, it was supposed to come out in January. It sucks it got the month delay, but I've watched a ton of videos of Elden Ring.
Everybody seems to love it.
Everyone seems to love it. It looks super dark and weird and a little fucked up, and like the monsters and everything, like the guy with all the arms, like there's some weird shit in it, but that's expected from a From Software game, and it'll be cool to have like a big sort of dark fantasy game not long from now to play. Oh, the other big February release, Horizon Forbidden West, is also that month. So those two huge games in February to play. Man, I skimmed right over Horizon 2. That's
Yeah, I
great.
did too. Yeah, that, and then yeah, other things this year also Starfield.
Yeah, Starfield, cannot wait.
And then go
They
ahead.
announced the release date last year.
Yep.
So, I mean, nobody ever really announces a release date, like a specific one like that far in advance. So I feel like it's got to hit that. I don't think it's going to get delayed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so either. Yeah, to have like a specific day is pretty wild.
Yeah.
I almost feel like to do that, it's like the only reason I could see it getting delayed is like I almost feel like by them doing that, it's them telling themselves like this is the date, we got to stick to it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like maybe it's more they're trying to put pressure on themselves, but that'll be awesome. I'm trying to think. There's also, I mean, they also announced at least for 2022 is God of War Ragnarok,
Yeah.
um,
It's gonna be really
Hogwarts
good.
Legacy.
Oh, Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where
we're
both
both pumped.
yeah, both stupid Harry Potter heads.
Yeah, I yeah, I literally just watched the reunion thing.
Oh yeah, that was good. I watched
Yeah,
it too.
2 days ago. Um, yeah, that's good. But yeah, I think we're both like honestly, if that game is, I'm just like we don't know enough about that, and like it's not even that I'm 100% trust that it is coming this year, but if it is, like that immediately jumps up to the top of my list, like one of the top 3 games I'm most excited for this year.
Yeah, me too. I could see that one getting pushed. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think it's just because we've seen so little about the game that like and they've kind of moved some of the developers around. Like somebody left the project because he was stupid or something. Like I don't remember. He was controversial.
Yeah.
Like he got in hot water for something. And
Yeah.
so yeah, that one could. I mean, then again, it was supposed to come out last year and already got pushed a year. But I could see it maybe slipping into early next year, something like that.
Yeah. Um,
Ghostwire Tokyo's coming out to PS5. That one's been in the works for a long time. Um, Redfall coming out to Xbox. That one was announced last year. I forget the developer studio behind that, but I'm not super pumped for Redfall. I know some people are.
yeah,
It
no,
looks
I'm
like
not
a
either.
a weird punky vampire back for blood type game. I don't know. It looks kind of shitty. I don't
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
know.
I didn't think it looked anything amazing.
But we've only seen
Yeah,
a CG trailer, so who knows?
yeah. I'm also interested in. I don't know if you've been paying attention to it all. Forspoken.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah.
that's in May. Um, I want to see more of that. I mean, it's Square, who I tend to usually like, and it looks like it's like a kind of like a action adventure game with like a lot
Mhm.
of platforming elements, which is weird because it's like you're like a shoot fire and magic and things like that, and there's big bosses, but like a lot of the trailers have shown a lot of platforming. That's interesting.
Yeah, that could
I'm
be
gonna
good.
yeah, I'm gonna pay attention to that one at least a little bit more.
Yeah. I think I have seen a little bit about Forspoken. That looks pretty fun.
Hmm.
Um, other stuff coming out next year or this year, I guess. Lord of the Rings Gollum, which was the
Hmm.
first officially announced game for Series X and PS5. That I don't know. I've had a strange urge to like watch all the Lord of the Rings movies again because I haven't done that in probably like 7 years or so. Like it's been a long time since I've watched those, and I kind of want to do that in the next couple of months. Find some time to plow through all those. And maybe after that, I'll be wanting to play a Lord of the Rings game. Who knows?
Yeah. Another big one, which I kind of skipped over because I'm not as interested. Is and they did a big showcase on it. Is Hellblade 2. Um,
Yeah,
I played the first one. I probably got like 3 or so hours into it, and it kind of just gave me anxiety.
Yeah. I
It's
saw as soon as I saw a trailer for that game, I'm like, I'm not touching
like,
that.
yeah, it's like you're supposed to play with headphones in, and like
Yeah.
she's like schizophrenic, and you like hear her thoughts like in the back of you, and it's like, what if he kills me? What's he gonna do?
Oh yeah, that
Like,
sounds terrible.
like everywhere you go, and it just kind of like, I don't know. I know that that's kind of the point of it. It's supposed to be like that, and that's like what people like about it. But for me, it kind of just gave me too much anxiety where I couldn't have fun.
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare, honestly.
Yeah. I, again, we're kind of hopping around here, but back to I also just wanted to say back to Mario and Rabbids, Sparks of Hope. I'm excited for this. I remember I haven't really watched the trailer since it came out at around E3, I think. But I remember that it looked a lot bigger in scope, and like Mario plus Rabbids, the first one was a great tactical RPG. The
Mhm.
thing that was kind of annoying was like there wasn't much. It was kind of just you went battle to battle. Like it was like you had a battle and then you would walk to the next one, but there really wasn't much. Like it was just kind of a straight line to the next one. And it seems like with this one, there's a little bit more of like a bigger story. The world is more like open where you can go different places. I think that they're actually making this feel like a sequel, a bigger game, not just more of the same. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too. I didn't beat the first one, but I did like it. I did think it was good. I don't think I'm gonna get. I say this now, but you know who knows. I don't think I'm gonna get the sequel like as soon as it launches for $60. Because if I remember right, the first one dropped in price
So
really
much.
quick, and yeah, a lot. Like it was by Black Friday. I think it was like $30 or $20.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's one I'll definitely wait for a price drop on.
Yeah, we'll see what's all out around then. That's usually what I base these things on. Um, yeah, and also just back to talking about again skipping around, but
Yeah,
Kirby
we're
and the
skipping all over the place.
That's all right. Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Yeah.
I'm definitely really excited for this. I think we talked about this on the last podcast, but like I am. It's the same. It's kind of the same type of thing with Pokemon Legends, where like I'm cautiously optimistic. Um, I think in the same thing again. I'm gonna buy it because I want to support them doing something different. I think it's awesome that it's gonna be a more of like a Odyssey type game. I just want it to be a little tougher, and I haven't seen anything that makes me think it's gonna be tougher. But that would be awesome, and I'm really excited for it either way. I'm sure I'll enjoy it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm excited for Kirby as well. I'm more excited to see what kind of game it is. If it's like a full open world or if it's like Mario 3D world, like some people
That's
think.
kind of what I'm expecting it to be more like Mario 3D
Yeah,
World.
I am too, but we'll see because they haven't officially said yet. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, I'm excited for the new Kirby as well. Man, Nintendo just Pokemon Triangle, Kirby Advance Wars, a great first quarter.
Yeah. And one thing we haven't even mentioned because there's been zero announcement of it, but I mean, it's pretty much been I mean like, you know, from what we've heard, it almost seems confirmed that there is a Metroid Prime remake coming out.
Yep.
There's been enough like credible people saying that they know that it exists and they know it's coming out in 2022 unless there's some freak delay like it's all done and ready to go. So that's just another one that's awesome. I mean, and just you know, with Nintendo in general, they always are holding back a few games that they can show off in directs that you know surprise us. So you can at least expect probably 2 other games that we don't even know about.
Yeah, definitely. I was actually so the Metroid Prime remake. I mean, I have heard that it's closer to a remaster than a remake. Which whatever. Either way, it's fine. The game's awesome either way. And yeah, you're totally right. There's definitely stuff coming out this year that we haven't even heard of yet. So if we were going to get some games that haven't been announced yet, what would you want to see come out this year that is completely would be out of left field, like not announced yet?
Let me think. I feel like you got an answer ready.
Um, if I mean the first thing that comes to mind is I want to know what the Mario studio is working on, whether it is that new Donkey Kong game or if it's Odyssey 2. I'll be happy either way. I think I'd rather have the Donkey Kong game, but yeah, I'd be happy either way. That's the top thing I would want to see that isn't announced yet. But other than that, I mean, something like Twilight Princess Wind Waker combo pack,
yeah.
that would be. I know it's just like ports, but I don't care. I just want it on the Switch.
Yeah.
Something like that would be great, and we might get that. I feel like they're waiting to see where Breath of the Wild 2, if it's going to ship this year, like then plan the port package around that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
yeah. I'm kind of like looking at different franchises.
Madden 23.
Yeah.
Not announced yet.
Yeah. I think I'm kind of with you. Here's the thing. I want the DK game, but I do want it to be something a little new. I would rather I want it to be a 3D. And if they can do that, if they can make a good 3D DK game, that would be awesome. I also think I'm not expecting this by any means in 2022, but I hope that they haven't given up on Star Fox just because of the last one not doing so well.
Yeah, I feel like they did the Ubisoft Starlink, Star Fox, whatever deal because they don't have a Star Fox game in the can, like in the hopper, ready to go. So they're like, how do we get this character on Switch? Let's just put him in this Ubisoft game. I don't know. That's just my hunch, but
yeah, that'd be cool. There's also Pikmin.
Pikmin.
That'd be great. 4. Yeah, I don't know. I
Banjo
think
3.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think anything. I just want Breath of the Wild, and I just want, like honestly, like if we get that in 2022, that would be amazing.
That'd be so good. I think we're gonna get it.
I do too. That would just make my year. I think I'm probably gonna play Breath of the Wild again pretty soon.
Yeah, might as well. It'd be cool to get some Elder Scrolls news, Elder Scrolls 6 news, even like a development update, like saying, here's where we're at. We think maybe we can get the game out in 2 or 3 years from now. I know they'll never say that because they don't want to give any sort of expectation this far out if they aren't sure. But I would love to hear more about Elder Scrolls 6. And I mean, even Fallout 5, but that's probably I probably won't get to play that game until I'm like 65 years old. So
yeah, that's okay.
That'll be fine. Something to look forward to.
Yep.
Do you think we'll see any new hardware this year?
Not really anymore. I mean, I know I've heard people say maybe like an OLED. What do you call it?
Switch Lite.
It's OLED Switch Lite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like at this point, like it's getting so close to like needing a refresh that I think whatever maybe was planning to be a Switch Pro, which I do believe there was plans of because we've heard enough things about this DLSS.
Yeah.
That if you wait, until an extra year in like 2020, beginning of 2024, they can just put out the next system. It's like at this point, I feel like they might as well just wait.
I think it'll sell better if they brand it as a Switch 2 rather than a Switch Pro, and then push it a year, and then pop that out end of 23 or early 24.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking will happen.
I do think we'll see the Switch Lite OLED this year. That makes sense. You'll get your Steam Deck probably.
Yep.
Eventually.
Yep. I should be getting a Steam Deck at some point. That reminds me, I should probably check.
Yeah, check in on that. The Playdate maybe shipping soon, I think. That weird handheld with the crank on it. I
Oh
kind of
yeah.
want one just because of how weird it looks, but I don't want to pay $200 for it.
Yeah, when a while ago I was interviewing for jobs, and this was like in the summer, and I had there was this marketing manager position, and they wanted me to put together something that wasn't marketed well and how you would market it differently. And I did the play date.
Oh,
Uh,
that's great.
I did a whole thing on the play date and how they like it just wasn't marketed the right way. Um, and I got an interview from it. I didn't end up getting the job, but I guess
Hey,
that was what got me the interview. So
we
they
got
at
to get
least liked
Jay
it.
on the Playdate marketing team.
Yeah. Yep.
um, well, cool. Yeah, most looked forward to games this year: Starfield, Breath of the Wild 2, um, Advance Wars, Elden Ring, Delicious Last Course, Cuphead. I'm sure I'm forgetting one again, but whatever. It's going to be a great year for games. I can't wait to get a couple of these new ones coming out soon. Nintendo last year kind of felt like the summer game. We had a Mario sports title that was underwhelming, and we had a Wii port. Like, there were lulls in the. I mean, I got my mileage out of Skyward Sword HD, but like there were lulls in their release schedule of any big like exciting games, and even towards the end, it was just Metroid Dread, which a phenomenal game, came out in October though, so the November release was a Pokemon remake, and Brain Age took the spot previously held by Advance Wars. So, and WarioWare was in the fall too. So like kind of smaller games. I again love Metroid, but it's not a Mario or Zelda level franchise for Nintendo. So I think this year will be a little bit different, especially if we get Breath of the Wild 2 and see what's coming from the Mario studio. That will make any gaming year one of
Yeah.
the best ever.
I'm really excited to see. I mean, this is the case every year, so it's not any different. But I'm just excited to see like directs and see what they have in store.
Yeah. Yeah. I think yeah, I'm curious too. And I think we'll get a direct probably end of this month. Hopefully. I don't want to I don't want to start getting on the direct hype train yet, but it's definitely coming. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I already went over everything I've been playing.
Yeah. um yeah, I'm going to go play some more Halo multiplayer tonight,
Nice.
and maybe dabble in a little Riders Republic, eat some dinner, go to bed, have a nice little quiet evening. But yeah, if you want to follow us on Twitter, we are at GM Games Podcast, or you could email us at goodmorninggamespodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on YouTube. You could subscribe on iTunes or Spotify. You can leave a rating. All of that social stuff and rating stuff really helps us out. So thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening, and we will see ya.